Aloha, madam. Super awesome to see you today. I am always pleased when you come in and it looks like you've been practicing and it sounds like you had. The first thing you did, you put your instrument together really quick, showed me that you've been practicing on your mouthpiece, and then the notes we played had structural integrity, meaning even though you think you might not have tried to play much this week, you at least internalized it. So here we go. Open notes, C sharp major. Second finger down on the second pad there, C major. Flip-flop them, B. This is going to be our B flat. Remember, we need to have our C to B and then B flat or A sharp, and then we remove that pad, the bottom of the three right here, the trigger pads, and then we're going to be having our palm pad rather, and then we have our two for an A. Our A flat or a G sharp is going to be all three pads down with the G pad, and then our G major removes that. So thus far we have those are all of the notes from C sharp to G. When we go from G to F sharp, we're going to be putting our second finger on the middle pad, just the same way as we did the C. Notice how both of the movements on the hands are the exact same. And then our new notes of the day. So D major, after we have an E to an E flat or a D sharp to a D, we're gonna have all six of these still down, but we're gonna take our finger and play the C pad, which is the one furthest away, closest to your chest, not to the horn, but back towards the other pads, and then the further D button down, not the top one, but the bottom one. So bottom one, and then the middle one here, not in front, but in back, gives us our C our C flat or our D sharp, and then when we remove this finger, it gives us our lowest C note. So that C note is our note of the day. All three fingers down, and then the D pad. We're gonna work at getting the low note, getting the middle note, and getting the high note over the top of it. It's called an overtone. So long story short is, all pads down in the D pad, that's our new note. When working on our notes this week, go through your minor your chromatic scale. So C sharp, get all the way down there. Notice how I sort of pitted out. I lost breath. The idea between that tot, 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 tot is exactly what it looks like and what I'm doing right now. Tot, 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 tot. That's how we get the individual note articulation from a whole note to a half note to a quarter note to eighth notes to 16th notes to 32nd notes to 64th notes. That's a little weird, 32nd, 64th notes, and they're used for different things, but the 16th notes, we count 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. We'll go over all these, but they are the rudiments inside our rudiment page book. So once that book comes, check out the fingering chart, check out the first 10 phrases, and then we're going to move over to the second page. Hopefully when you have a book, we'll be going a little bit faster than that, but we're not rushing anything or anyone. Remember, next Saturday is going to be the workshop, and I would love to see you there from 4 to 7. Sing if you want, bring your saxophone, and we will play together and have lots of fun. Okay, for this week, play your scale, play your new note, okay, your C, your low C, and then what we're going to do is we're going to work next week on going up from there all the way down. note, down a note, up a note, down a note, jumping up, and then going up a note, down and up. I'll show you how the practice goes here, but each one of these, they don't fade away. Each time we add a new concept, it will never be the same, and they're things you just practice over and over. So in 10, 15, 20 lessons from now, sure. I hope we make it there that far, because we're going to be working on lines of like... and then how that works together with other instruments. But if we don't know how to play the individual notes with timbre, then we're never going to get there. The next thing is sight reading the notes that we're doing and seeing how to view individual notes as part of a 7-note diatonic scale. The scales that we've worked on thus far are G major, G, A, B, C, D, all 6, D, E, 3 and 2, F sharp, 3 and 1, but the middle one, and then G again. The only weird one in there is F sharp. It has a different name than a natural. Since C major has no sharps and no flats, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, your new note, the lowest note, when you go from that low note to that note again, or up here to this C, that's a scale. C goes to D, D goes to E, E goes to F, F goes to G, G goes to A goes to B goes to C, and C is your octave. Therefore, you know 2 scales, C major and G major. That's awesome. The next one we're going to be doing will be like a D major. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. And the reason why I wanted to show you D last is because that high D note with this D doesn't quite work. You can play your octave key as much as you want, but we're going to actually have to play no keys and then hold down the octave and our first palm up here. So next week, we're going to work on left-hand palm notes rather than right-hand palm notes. It was wonderful seeing you. I always love playing saxophone with you. Aloha. Have a great week. And I'll check out your music as well. Thank you. Aloha.